up, guys?
Hi, guys.
So we are experiencing a lot of wind at the moment, but
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Or whenever this is posted.
Yes.
Hopefully you guys are having a nice day.
yeah, so we're actually walking around the neighborhood a little bit today, so we might put out a few videos, but yeah, right now we're just walking towards Forest Avenue, which is located in Ridgewood. We're going to be walking up Bleecker Street. Yeah, Bleecker Street, which I think there's a more famous one in Manhattan.
Yeah,
but,
there is. It's spelled
one,
a little bit differently. I think there's no C.
Yeah,
but
so
this one's the one in Queens.
Yes, so we're going to walk up here. Very peaceful. It's a beautiful day, so we're just kind of enjoying it before the work week starts. But yeah, we'll take you guys along and yeah, see you.
Enjoy.
Yep. Cool. As you're saying, the sign is up there, Bleecker Street. Is it spelled different?
I'm pretty sure it's Bleeker, but if I'm wrong, apologize. But
right.
it's we're in the lesser known Bleecker Street, not the one in Lower East Side. We're in the one in Ridgewood.
So if you live on this street, in theory, you can basically say, hey, I live on Bleecker Street in New York. And people are like, oh my God. But then he's like, well, Ridgewood, New York, and Ridgewood, Queens.
You don't even need to say that. Like, they're just like, oh my God, you live in like Manhattan? Just be like,
yeah.
So, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Just change your subject.
Yeah. Pro move. But yeah, honestly, it's a really nice block. We've mentioned in a few videos, but rents have dropped a lot in the city, different boroughs included. So this has been no exception. And there's just a lot of nice buildings. Sometimes the outside doesn't really do it justice, but when you go in, you just have like a lot of bedrooms and just a lot of renovations that make it look nice.
So we typically always look at apartments because we just love to look at apartments.
Yeah.
It's like one of our favorite pastimes to go on like Street Easy and look at like what is going on. And so we've been looking at like, for the past like 2 years or so. And then all of a sudden in maybe like April, May, prices got down and then they just kept on going down.
Yeah, when the pandemic,
Yeah, so prices gone down to like, prices that we haven't seen before, especially in Manhattan where, it's been a renter's market for not a renter's market, it's been like the landlord's market for so many years now. I think since like say like the 90s or something. It just rent has always been up. Everyone wants to live in New York, but now with everything that's going on, people aren't renting, or people are just staying where they are, or people are just moving out of New York.
Yeah, I think it's more of that than anything.
Or people are moving back home, or just saying, I am working from home and I can just live with my parents for 4 or 5 months and save money. So, unfortunately our lease is a 2-year lease. When in hindsight we're like, damn it, but obviously this is not something that we could have predicted would have happened. But we are paying a good price for what we had pre of the whole situation. But post, right now we're looking at the price, we're like, oh my God, we're gonna be saving such a good chunk of change.
Obviously we've got our health, we've got a roof over our heads, we have our jobs and stuff.
Yes, we're very, very grateful.
We're definitely grateful, but Vlada was just saying that like relative to the apartment we have, like we signed a 2-year lease specifically because because
apartments suck and
we were essentially getting a brand new building. There's a lot of like really cool amenities and stuff you pay like sometimes double in a standard market for. So we were like, we have to lock this up. But obviously once everything happened, it kind of impacted the pricing in the market in general. Like Vlada was saying, like, people moved out, and I think that made landlords a little nervous because if you're, like Vlada said, if you're working from home, you don't necessarily need to be in Manhattan unless your job requires it. But
I know so many people that either moved to different cheaper states or just moved back in with their parents, and they're just like, I'm just gonna live here until
I might as
figure
well,
things out, And honestly, if we didn't have our lease, we would consider multiple options. Like even if you know, my parents have a house, so we could always just live there for 2 months.
I mean, that's something. So we're, you know,
because my parents wouldn't mind, like they have another bedroom that I used to live in, and if we're like, hey, can we live here for 2 or 3 months, you know, they'd be like, sure. And that's already a good amount to save money, because rent is not too cheap in New York.
yeah. So that was our rants about the rents, but all that to say, this block, as there's noise passing in the back of us, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's nice because I feel like people are probably doing family stuff or going to the parks or just
Sunday.
like barbecuing,
Yeah.
because it's really like right now is almost like next Wednesday is going to be October 1st, and New York weather is so unpredictable.
It
So
definitely is, yeah.
you never know once it's going to switch to.
I mean, later this
freezing
week
cold.
it's going to be in the 60s, and even
Yeah.
last weekend it was pretty chill. So it's
Yeah, last weekend was
Definitely
like
fluctuating.
chilly, and you know, we love the chilly weather, but once it goes to cold, there's limited things you can do and limited time to spend outside before you're shivering.
yeah. I mean, New York's unique because, yeah, obviously outside of everything going on in the world, like New York is definitely an attraction for the holidays, and there are things you can do outside, where there's like ice skating, you know, just like little things, even just like walking around. Say if you're in Manhattan, they decorate everything pretty nicely. But like to Vlada's point, once it gets colder, and once you're, you know, obviously working all day, and it gets sun, like the sun goes away around 5, you know, it kind of limits you. If it's like a vacation thing, like, you know, obviously you have like the beginning part of the day, but I feel like most New Yorkers generally are cooped up in their job, unfortunately, just working to afford to live in New York, and that's a whole nother conversation. But all that to say, it's pretty nice at the moment. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a good day to spend outside, just walking around.
Yeah, definitely. And you're actually, I don't know if you captures it on the camera, but you can see some, we'll probably pass one in a second, but some of the leaves are starting to change too. So it's another nice thing about like those seasons change in the city and New York in general. It looks pretty nice. Like a lot of places such as like a Central Park, or, you know, just where you actually have trees.
We
It
should
really
go
shows.
to Central Park, actually. I feel like we haven't gone in so long, but
Well, we haven't, yeah, just in general.
yeah.
Haven't been in the city too much in general either. Just
Yeah.
'cause work schedules are.
Yeah, I actually so yesterday I went to Storm King, which is like a big outdoor, like so many acre, like art installation. They have a lot of abstract art, but it's all like covered in trees and like greenery and flowers. And the trees, a lot of them were like kind of like that tree over there, where it's like the fall, turning fall
Foliage.
colors.
Yeah.
But
That's
most
really
of them,
pretty, actually.
yeah. So imagine that, but like all so many. So but majority of them were like red, either full red or red and green. So it was
That's
just
pretty.
like so beautiful to see. And like I went with my friend and we just took so many pictures, and we were just like standing there like just admiring like the outdoors, because it's not something that you see in New York.
Yeah.
But we're like, oh, this is like the epitome of fall. And
Yeah,
it's so
we're
beautiful.
coming up on apple picking season. And a lot of the, I don't know if they're vineyards, is that the right word? But like for
Yeah, like
apple,
yeah.
ciders rather.
Oh,
Those
yes,
get
yes.
a lot more popular. Pumpkin picking, all
yeah.
that fun stuff. So it's you know, as we all approach very cold weather in about December, January, February, we try to make the best of this, you know, few months, few weeks of nicer, you know, more relaxed weather, because you probably never didn't stress it, but it can get really hot during the summer. So
Really hot.
yeah,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's welcome after a really cold winter. So we really can't win either way. That's sort of the moral of it.
The thing with New York that we've noticed, like,
We'll walk up.
I mean, maybe it's because we're older, but
Yeah.
it just gotten, the weather has been extremes. So it's either, I feel like, extremely cold or extremely hot. Like there's not like the full transition period like I
look
feel
over
like
there.
there typically was. Oh yeah, that's I guess
cool.
it looks like a little what's it called?
Garage
Flea
sale.
market. Or no, garage sale. That's cute. They
Yeah,
have
a
like
lot
a
of
bunch of like
vintage stuff.
vintage. Yeah.
I see a Detroit Pistons jacket up there.
Sean John.
Yeah, stuff is really
Mickey
cool.
Mouse.
Paintings. Really nice.
Yeah.
Vintage clothes, yeah. They're not wrong. What's that?
Vintage
Iverson
clothes.
jersey in the front. It's like a Sixers.
Yeah. Oh,
so-
really pretty like furniture, art,
Yeah.
chairs.
Well, Vlada, I don't know if you want to tell everyone you got some stuff earlier today. We'll probably keep going.
Yeah.
Probably walk to Myrtle.
Yeah.
You got some free stuff today, no?
Oh, just now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You were
so-
glowing about it, so.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I'm obsessed with getting things for free, like on the street. You know, like whenever people leave something outside, like specifically on the curb, you can just like go through it. You know, if something is behind a gate and the gate is locked, it's actually illegal to go through it, which is something that sometimes I see like people write like comments like, I had a closed gate, why did somebody take this? Or, you know, so sometimes it's not that obvious. But anyways, with all that said, yeah, I like follow this app, the Instagram account that posts like free things. So there was a free...
What's the name of it?
Stooping NYC.
Okay.
And there's also Curb Alert NYC. So those are the two that I follow. And you can also look at Craigslist free stuff. So those are like the three that I look at. But I saw on Stooping that there was...
There's a daredevil squirrel on that wire. Just see it.
Oh yeah, wow. Ooh. But yeah, so I saw clothes that was posted that was a 9-minute walk away from us. So Isaac was taking a nap, so I got dressed and I went to look at the clothes. However, on the same block that was right adjacent from it, there was
More stuff, right?
a tiny box with like some clothes. I took a Space Jam shirt that I'm gonna work out in, super cute. And then I walked down a little bit. The next house had like another big bag full of clothes that I looked through. Then I got some other stuff like Topshop, Zara.
It's awesome.
Then I walked a little bit further down and there was like books and like some hair stuff that I got. So all in all, it was a success, and it's really nice to just like be able to like salvage things that are going to, you know, go to waste. You can really just like repurpose it.
I feel like people in the area too, like a lot of times you'll see it in like a box labeled free stuff or something. So it's not necessarily always like just found like hanging out of a garbage can necessarily, but you know, I think this might have mentioned in a video or two, but you definitely have success finding books.
Yes.
And
yeah, I started
great.
picking up books after the pandemic.
Yeah.
After the pandemic, because the libraries were closed and I love reading.
Yeah.
So, yeah, ever since the pandemic, I've probably gotten anywhere from 150 to 200 books. I counted the other day because basically whenever I'm done with the books, I put them back outside. So just continuous upcycling of the books. You know, which is great. You know, I upcycled it from somebody else, so it just like keeps on moving, and you know, you don't want to throw away books because that's
thankfully we
important.
never just see them straight up in the garbage. Like if anything, not even if they're in a box, but they'll be like on the street, like on the curb or something like that, and just not right on the corner, but like in front of a building. You'll see
and there'll
it.
be like a sign that says like free, and you know, we'll salvage it because if the recycling or the garbage truck comes, it will take it. So
it's really good. For better or worse, people are maybe having more free time. Not always the case. Probably go on mute or try talking over this and see how we do. But this is a little loud, so I'll probably just mute it.
I wonder if that's like on so random.
I have to practice I have to practice covering my mic maybe. I don't know if that makes a difference the next time that happens, and it'll definitely be the next time. See if that works.
Yeah. If you guys haven't noticed, people like to play their music loud in New York. Even louder at nighttime, so.
Oh yeah, that's some places more than others. I think we generally get lucky, but it was a little more frequent in the summertime, but
We'll just kind of explain. Everyone's having like barbecues, enjoying their Saturday and Sunday. And it's not every day. It's typically Fridays and Saturdays.
Well, we have a fun neighbor that we're pretty confident is
I think she's on vacation now because they
haven't been out there.
Yeah, their lights have been turned off, and we're not being creepy. Like
yeah,
we can see their from looking outside. We can see their stuff. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, glad Vlada mentioned that. They live so outside of our window. There is a kind of like a shared space yard thing.
Mm-hmm. We take our dogs there sometimes, or
yeah, but we put our so we take our dogs down there sometimes. There's like a chair and like a couple little tables so you can like sit and relax. But there's an apartment that's right outside, so they actually have like a back door that can essentially open for themselves. But there's a family that lives down there, and they seem really sweet. I won't give too much detail, but a family, they have like dinner and like, you know, they really utilize the space, but they also play music really loud at night sometimes. And the thing that makes it funny is that like it'll be maybe 1 or 2 a.m. sometimes, and they're just like singing and
like loud.
Yeah. And she has like a setup. I doubt any of her viewers will watch this, but you never know. But she has like a setup. She has like the ring light. She really has it like really legit. She has like the tripod.
It looks like she basically does like Instagram lives or some type of lives, or maybe Facebook live, or some type of thing where she's like talking and
she's not normal like us, just walking around the city with a camera. But but yeah, I mean, again, they seem sweet, but we all say that because in the especially in the summer, there were just some nights where it was really loud, and we're just
until like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we're like, oh my god.
Sometimes, yeah. So I don't know if we mentioned, but we're walking up Forest Avenue right now, and we're walking towards Myrtle, but just a lot of closed businesses here, unfortunately. It's also Sunday, so I'm sure
they might
there's
be closed because they're like, I feel like that type of store is like a mom and pop.
I think a lot of these are honestly, but with business, what it is, maybe depending on what the storefront is. Sundays are generally a little slower. This is a mostly residential area, so their business is probably from like the people who live around here mostly anyway. But this is another huge school.
Oh yeah, I think it's a high school. IS 93.
Yeah, so I think it was in one of our videos last week, but they're just massive schools in this area. We're not really sure. Yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah, we're not sure why, but I mean, I think I like Grover Cleveland High School more.
Yeah, me too.
Just from this angle, not this is a bad looking school, but that one looks like
a movie.
I think of Degrassi. You remember that show?
Yeah.
I don't know why, I just think of that school and that both the same, but
I wouldn't be surprised if they use just video shots of that school for like. Actually, fun fact: in New York, school started this week.
Oh, did they?
Which is relatively late. But yeah, I think it started on Monday, Tuesday, one of the days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it started. Typically, school starts right after Labor Day, but now it's like September 20th or something. So.
Yeah, I mean, last week it was. Things are different now, that's for sure. And speaking of libraries, this is one that you haven't been to too much, right?
I've never gone here, but now unfortunately you can't go into the libraries. You can just
well, beforehand.
Oh no, I've never went.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just gonna say for libraries now, you can rent. You can hold books online and then go to the front, and then basically your book will be there, and you just pick it up. You don't have to check out. You don't have to do anything. You just take your book and go, and that's it.
Streamlined.
Huh?
Pretty streamlined.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to like minimize any type of interaction. Like you don't need to like take your library card, just take your book. And then if you need to return something, there's a drop box and you just return it there. So yeah, and then also not all the libraries are open. I don't know if that one is, but
yeah.
In Manhattan they opened up like I think like 1/3 of the libraries.
Yeah, I mean I was gonna say I think there might be not as many in this area, but to your point, I guess the ones that are open, they kind of are maybe the main ones in that general area, and just have a place where people, I know people rely on them for a lot, so I guess you can't really go in still, but
Oh no, you can go in and just, because I mean you can't go in far. You just, there's a shelf in front that has like the last 4 digits of your library card, and you just, it's typically like how the whole process works. When I requested books before this, is like you take the books with the last 4 digits, and then basically you just go to the front desk and then check them out. But now you just literally just take it and go. Make sure you know your library card number.
Yeah, I would
take the right books.
And
take the right books.
Good explanation. I was gonna say that's more so for like people who would use the computers and printers and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, you can't do that unfortunately. I think that they just close it off.
Good stuff.
Which is unfortunate because I know a lot of people have really relied on it, and you know, you can print stuff, you can like do a bunch of stuff in the library. They have classes there. But unfortunately now, you know, it's closed. My grandma was actually saying that she went to, I don't think you could understand because it was in Russian, but she was saying she's went to the library for like 4 years taking free English classes, and she had to go 3 times a week, and it was 3 hours a day, and it was all completely free.
Yeah, she was showing off her alphabet skills now.
Yeah, well, she was saying like she used to take it when my brother was younger, when he was like basically like 10 years ago or something, but she was like, oh, I forgot everything already. But
yeah, language is hard if
yeah, I mean, once you're older. And
well, they also speak mostly Russian at home, no? So
yeah,
like,
exactly.
you kind of reinforce habits, but
yeah,
we had a pleasant morning with them. Had some snacks. Their dogs lost their minds.
Oh my God,
just a really eventful hour.
The dogs were not on their best behavior, let's say.
Oh, that is very kind of you to put it that way.
Yeah,
but
even Roxy, which was a bit surprising because typically she's like fine.
Yeah.
She like does her own thing, but today, once they came, I don't know if she took Chloe's guidance or whatever, but she was just not having it.
That's for sure. Chloe, it was almost comical because I had to hold her, and she would, even when they would look at Chloe, she would growl, so it was sort of like funny at points, but Roxy was again a little more surprising because they would just kind of like look in her direction, put their hand out, and she kind of just freaked out. So that wasn't like the best. But
I mean, even with me, she was like, I was trying to make them coffee and tea, and she was just like freaking out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was just.
Yeah, but no one died, so what are you gonna do? But yeah, now we're noticing a couple more restaurants. We're approaching Myrtle, and it's just a little more lively in general in this area. This might be like the ultimate border between like a Ridgewood and a Bushwick, only because you're getting kind of that Myrtle Avenue, which goes right into Bushwick, so people might be more familiar with that. But in this general area, I think we're still considered in Ridgewood. So
yeah, I think so.
It's a nice little blend, and yeah, Myrtle Avenue is like the main avenue with like a lot of shops. So we're running a little long in this video, but we'll definitely do one walking down there just to kind of give it. But this is a really cute area just because there's a lot of restaurants, little coffee shops, and as you saw, some outdoor seating. So it's making the best of the weather while we got it. This guy's trying to turn this. It's super sunny, but
yeah, it's sunny.
Yeah, we picked a good block to stop on, huh? So we picked a good block to stop on. Let's go for it. Ooh, I should take a picture.
Do you want water?
I'm good.
I'll catch up with you. I'm gonna drink some.
Hang out together. There's obviously music as we keep walking up. Can't believe you didn't offer me any. Right? Let me try covering my mic, see if that helps. No.
I don't think so.
Well, maybe both songs will wash each other out, and then they won't think.
They'll be like, what? Malfunction, malfunction.
Yeah, I forgot. So when I uploaded it, I think, knock on wood, it's only happened once. But it actually said what the song's name was. I'm like, I have never...
Was it right? Oh,
I've never heard of it, yeah. I mean, like, it was like one of those, like, random, like, song. It was probably a huge hit in the 80s, but like it was before our time. So, but it was like a bar song you just play and stuff. So like it said the name and everything. So that was loud. Sorry about that. But yeah, that was a little lesson of just knowing where you're walking past. But we did see a video where apparently if it's passing by in a car, it's fair play or something. I don't know, but you know, this was us passing a bar when it happened, so maybe it's different. But
wait,
yeah.
so if it's passing by in a car, like you
apparently there's some like, I mean, I don't know how it actually tracks it because that is just way over my head, but apparently if it's like in a car, you can dispute it rather, where you're saying, hey, like I was walking and the car passed, I didn't control them, they're just listening in their own vehicle, versus like in a bar where I guess the logic is like, you know, music is played in bars to have a little more liveliness, otherwise it gets a little depressing. So I think there's like the legal technicalities of it, but all that to say, we played safe and either talk over music or mute it. But again, I don't know, if there's music playing in general, I'm sure it might trigger something. So cool. So I think we're coming up on Myrtle Avenue right now.
So we are. Myrtle and Forest and George. Yeah. It's a triple.
Yeah, it's loud over there. So we'll wrap up over here once it's a little less crazy. But yeah, that was just a little walk through Bleecker and Forest Avenue in Ridgewood. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this, we'll probably have the Myrtle Part 2. Something like Myrtle Avenue Park.
Myrtle.
Shout out to Ja Rule. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, peace.